When Bowser's Fury was first announced as an add-on game mode to be released alongside Super Mario 3D World for the Nintendo Switch, I must admit I didn't know if it'd be a unique experience or would leave me disappointed. Although when the game finally came out and I collected its 100 cat shines, I can say I was pleasantly surprised as Nintendo really decided to try something new with the Mario series instead of resorting to the same formula that we're all used to. However, not everything is perfect in this game mode, not only due to the terrible frame rate drops that occur because the Switch can't handle when Fury Bowser spawns, and techniques that you can use to visually break the game, a few that I actually discovered during my playthrough. This immediately led me into wanting to create today's video about every glitch in Bowser's Fury. There are many to go through in this video, with some that are very easy to pull off, and some that are much more difficult to perform. Oh yeah, and before I get started, my name is Copycat, and if you haven't yet, then please subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell button to stay notified when I upload new videos. To start this video off, the first type of glitches we're going to look at are ones that allow you to clip through the walls out of bounds and explore areas you're not usually supposed to reach. The first of these allows you to get inside of Bowser's crashed airship by running into its walls from a very specific platform on its side. Eventually, Mario will get forced right through the side of the ship, and he'll be placed within it, where you can swim around and experiment with this black wall that causes some very strange things to happen. Another very easy out-of-bounds clip that you can perform allows you to jump through the wall of Claw Swipe Coliseum and explore underneath it. All you have to do is break these specific blocks on the side of the Coliseum. Then, you need to perfectly jump at the corner of the wall, and you'll be able to access this area where you can swim around, including under the ground. One of these glitches I actually found by myself involves you being able to clip into a tree near Fort Flaptrap by climbing onto it, lowering Mario very slowly to its base, then letting go on the exact right frame. If you did it right, you'll be half outside the tree and half in, where you just have to slowly edge yourself forward until you're fully inside. There's really not much you can do in here. Mario will freak out a bit, but otherwise nothing crazy will happen. Another clip-based glitch that I figured out completely by accident involves being able to get inside of a switch that you need to use to trigger different catshine challenges across Lake Lapcat. Doing this on purpose is a bit tricky, but to pull it off, you need to ground pound the already triggered switch as soon as it reaches 0 on the timer and is about to go back to normal. After a bit of trial and error, I was able to get the timing down, which was a lot of work for a glitch that doesn't really amount to much. Right near the lift that takes you to Mount Magmeow, you can clip through the ground if you run into this very specific spot. The closer the moving platform is to the land, the easier this is to do. It's just unfortunate that there's not much you can do once you clip in. In the Roiling Roller aisle, there's a baddie box that you can use to clip through the location if you run just at the right angle between the box and the wall. To be honest, there's nothing really to this area, and you'll die from the lava below if you aren't in Tanuki form. If you bring Plessy to the specific footprint near the Wasteland Bell area, you can actually clip through the ground to an out-of-bounds area, which is oddly full of water so you can swim around and explore. These black walls are a lot of fun to mess around with, by the way. There's also a very strange way to collect a cat shine through the side of the Coliseum wall if you swipe in cat form at the exact right moment. Check it out. The last out-of-bounds glitch I want to mention in this video is one that actually allows you to clip through the barrier during Fury Bowser's second appearance and explore the outer reaches of Lake Lapcat. To do this, you need to power up with the Gigabell, then go to the specific section of the blue barrier right behind the very start of the game. You'll see here that there are goop spikes sticking just outside the wall, where if you jump at the right angle, it'll actually force you through it, clipping you on the other side of the barrier. You guys have no idea how long this took me to do, as either Bowser or myself kept accidentally destroying the spike, meaning I had to quit the game and restart it all over again. Now, even though you pass through the barrier, Bowser will still try to attack you as he's unaffected by it at all. Once you travel out far enough, the goop will begin to disappear, and when you go even further, you'll just fall right through the floor into a void that you can't escape. The next type of glitches that I'm going to showcase in this video are ones that allow you to visually break the game that can occur in a multitude of different ways. The first of these allows you to cat dive in different powered up forms other than just strictly Cat Mario. To do this, of course you have to be initially powered up in cat form, then go to a platform that's pretty high up from the ground. Next, you just need to go near the ledge, jump, change to whichever power up you want, then begin to cat dive. If you did it right, then Bowser Jr. will throw the power up towards you while you're diving, which will eventually reach Mario and transform him while he's still in the dive animation. This just looks weird. The next glitch I want to talk about is one that causes an item thrown by Bowser Jr. to completely miss Mario. This only happens when it's thrown just as you collect a shine, which will cause it to miss Mario, which isn't supposed to happen. There's a teleportation glitch that you can do that takes place on Claw Swipe Coliseum, but will only work as long as you haven't loaded in the spring on its top. All you need to do is climb this side of the wall and you'll instantly flash upwards to the spring. This is incredibly cool to see happen, and if I had to guess, it only occurs because the game thinks the spring is much lower. Plessie has a strange visual glitch that can happen if you dismount in certain spots and will cause her to get stuck. This can be hard to pull off, but I did find one spot near Pipe Path Tower where it works pretty well. There's actually another visual glitch that you can do with Plessie, which involves her tripping out if you mash the jump button against a wall that's also underneath a ledge that's sticking out. Just like in Super Mario 3D World, this game mode also has a faceless glitch where you have to be powered up with a fire flower, long jump, then shoot a fireball backwards the way you came that will cause you to turn around. If you do all those steps then bonk off an enemy, you'll see that Mario's face will disappear, which is just extremely unsettling. One of my favorite glitches in this game occurs when you trigger a switch while at the same time grabbing a cat, which will turn it invisible in Mario's hands. I'm not sure why this happens, but the cat will return to normal if you drop it, or if you look back at where the switch was. In the Pounce Bounce Isle location, if you make these block steppers fall off the ledge, they can actually visually disappear on the ground level, but if you move higher up, they will reappear, which really doesn't make sense and I don't know why this happens. On the very top of Chris Climb Castle, there's a lighthouse that if you crouch walk into its back, by continuously holding ZR and forward, Mario will glitch out and get stuck in a weird loop. This exact same thing can happen if you edge slowly against a switch. Just watch. Right after Fury Bowser despawns, you can get a part of the terrain to glitch out if you quickly use a spring and fling towards this area. As you see, there are residual markings on the ground, definitely left over from Bowser's Wrath. One of the last visual glitches I want to talk about involves causing the POW blocks in this arena challenge to act in weird ways. To do this, you need to hit the POW block and regular brick at the exact same time, finish the challenge, then reload it, and you'll see that the brick is not in the right place. The next category I want to talk about are auditory glitches, where unfortunately there's only one real great one from this game that causes the star's sound effect to last indefinitely. To do this, you need to use a Super Mario amiibo that's not associated with Bowser's Fury. In this case, I used Toad, which is used to send out a star that you need to collect at the exact same time that you get damaged by the Fury goop. For some unknown reason, the sound of having the star will never go away. But its invincibility effect will completely wear off. Another category I'm going to look at in this video are exploits, which are glitches that help you in some form, making your playthrough much easier. The easiest of these to pull off is the boosted propeller box jump that lets you use its spin effect more than once. This can only work if you control Bowser Jr. using the R button, continuously bonking off his head while in box form, which lets you use the propeller spin a few more times than normal. I've seen people saying that you can do this indefinitely, but the one thing I noticed when I tried it is that after a few bounces, I could no longer interact with Bowser Jr. The Momentum Ice glitch, which is one of the best from Super Mario 3D World, is an exploit that allows you to move incredibly fast on ice. This is done by continuously mashing the ZR button that for some reason really allows you to pick up speed and can be combined with the propeller box to let you travel a considerably far distance. As a little added glitch, when you return to the propeller box spawn location after traveling so far away from it, it will now have disappeared, leaving a patch of snow on top, which is just a weird visual. With the help of Plessie, you can actually climb the side of Mount Magmeow and reach pretty high up on its cliffside. Now, this isn't the only Plessie-based exploit in this game, as you can also make her swim extremely fast by pressing B, then Y, as soon as it appears that she's going to break the surface of the water. This makes Plessie time challenges or capturing the bunnies much easier, and I've also even seen it used in combo with a jump to get high up in the air, but I couldn't do it and apparently it's really tough to do. During the Fury Bowser boss battle, you can actually get him stuck if you position yourself right near Slipskate's slope, where Bowser will eventually jump behind it. If you did it just right, he will actually get stuck on the slope, which is just more funny than anything else. The final category of glitches are ones that completely break the game, either considerably slowing it down or soft locking it altogether. The first is an item screen glitch that's done by accessing the item screen as soon as Fury Bowser appears. This, for some reason, completely soft locks the game, well, kind of, because you can't exit this white screen just by pressing up on the D-pad again. The other game-breaking glitch I want to mention is one that will overload the game, causing it to slow down considerably. To do this, all you have to do is trigger the switch near Mount Magmeow as soon as Bowser Fury appears. Take a look. Alright, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy this one. If you did, please leave a like, comment below, and of course subscribe to my channel. There may be some glitches that I left out intentionally, only because I couldn't replicate them myself, so if there are some I really missed, then please let me know. Also, I do have an Instagram at Copycat Gamer, where I upload some cool clips and items from my collection that you won't see anywhere else. Hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!